Jungkook didn't just look for Jimin. According to staff, he panicked whenever Jimin wasn't in sight, as if something inside him refused to function without him. There is a story quietly circulating among staff members who have watched Jungkook and Jimin for years. A story about a silent habit Jungkook himself might not fully realize. Whenever BTS waited backstage or in a practice room, the members would scatter into their own little worlds. Some chatted, some stretched, some disappeared into schedules. But Jungkook, he often sat calmly with his phone, seemingly unbothered. Yet the moment the door opened, his head would snap up, and staff noticed something remarkable. He only smiled when the person entering was Jimin. The expression on his face changed instantly, effortlessly, naturally, like someone who had just spotted their favorite person in a crowded space. Another staff member noticed a pattern on overseas trips. Whenever they were booking rooms, Jungkook asked for one thing: put me near Jimin Hyung. Not out of dependence or pressure, but because he felt more at ease when Jimin was close. Even on exhausting schedules, Jungkook seemed lighter, more vibrant, more alive when Jimin shared the same room or sat in the same space. And there was one moment that left a deep impression on staff. Before a major concert, Jimin experienced a minor muscle strain, prompting medical staff to ask him to rest for a moment. Jungkook, who was in a different rehearsal area, immediately stopped his practice when he heard the news. He walked straight toward Jimin, sat beside him, and looked at him with a concern he didn't bother to hide. Jungkook always watches him, one staff member whispered. Even when no cameras roll, he looks at Jimin as someone precious. This wasn't performance. This wasn't fan service. To staff, it simply felt genuine. As they spent more time together over the years, something else became clear. Jungkook didn't just care about Jimin. He adjusted to him. During meals with staff, Jungkook always checked whether Jimin had taken food. If he hadn't, Jungkook gently pushed a plate toward him, murmuring, "Hyung, eat first." If Jimin lowered his head from a sudden headache, Jungkook leaned closer, asking softly, "Are you okay?" A stylist who worked with them for years explained it perfectly. Jimin could shift Jungkook's mood with just his presence. If Jimin was down, Jungkook became quiet. If Jimin laughed, Jungkook smiled even before hearing the joke. And when Jimin spent too long talking to someone else, Jungkook would glance over, not out of jealousy, but out of instinctive concern. This emotional synchronization didn't feel like a typical friendship. It felt deeper, built through shared struggles, trust, and years of understanding each other in ways that didn't need words. To Jungkook, Jimin was a place where he could simply be. Someone who offered unspoken comfort. Someone who lit the room without trying. And Jimin gave that warmth right back. He fixed Jungkook's mic, calmed him before big stages, and always made sure he had emotional support when he needed it. Fans call it the Jikook truth, not because of fantasies, but because the small, consistent moments speak louder than any rumor ever could. But the story that shook fans comes from a behind-the-scenes event that wasn't even meant to be shared. During a massive show, Jimin was taken by another team to prepare for his stage segment. Jungkook wasn't informed. At first, he continued his conversation with members, but then he looked around, once, twice, then again, his expression shifting from confusion to worry. According to a staff member, he asked anxiously, "Where's Jimin Hyung?" Not angry, not dramatic, just genuinely troubled. Like a person who suddenly lost the one anchor that kept him calm in chaos. And this wasn't a one-time occurrence. Staff who trained with him since their early days revealed that Jungkook had always shown this instinct toward Jimin. Since trainee years, Jimin was the one encouraging him, grounding him, and reminding him that he belonged. That comfort didn't fade with fame. It became a habit, an emotional reflex. Jungkook entered rooms searching for Jimin without realizing it. Even on stage, cameras caught countless moments of him glancing at Jimin with quiet admiration. When Jimin laughed, Jungkook smiled instantly. During fan signs, he watched Jimin from a distance, making sure he looked comfortable. And one moment became iconic. When Jimin stumbled slightly during a live event, Jungkook, mid-conversation, instantly turned and grabbed his arm. It was pure instinct, staff said, a reflex born from years of deep emotional attunement. To the people working with them every day, these weren't coincidences. They were patterns. So what does it mean, this quiet panic, this instinctive searching? Staff described it gently. Jungkook doesn't fear losing Jimin physically. What troubles him is the sudden absence of a presence that grounds him. Jimin isn't just a teammate. He's a source of comfort Jungkook has leaned on for years. Like a warm light someone becomes used to seeing every morning. Jungkook seeks Jimin not because he must, but because his heart naturally moves in that direction. Their bond is not defined by stages or cameras. It grows in private corners of rehearsal rooms, hotel hallways, and silent car rides. To fans, that's what makes their connection captivating. Two people who aren't trying to impress, but who simply find peace in each other. In a world as explosive and fast-paced as the BTS spotlight, tiny gestures often become global headlines. But when it comes to Jungkook and Jimin, it's the quiet moments, the unnoticed ones, that carry the most weight. Their relationship has never been about dramatic declarations. It thrives in subtleties, a soft glance, a shift in tone, an instinctive step forward when the other stumbles. Fans see the surface, staff see the depth, and while no one outside their inner circle can define their bond, one thing feels unmistakably clear. There is an emotional thread running between them, one woven through years of trust, shared dreams, and mutual reassurance. Not rumor, not fan service, simply human connection. If this bond resonates with you, hold it gently, not as speculation, but as a reminder that genuine affection can exist even in the brightest, most demanding spotlight. Their story continues not with big announcements, but with small moments that quietly say, "You're here. I'm okay."